Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a box. Alright guys, these are the Cooper Discoverer At3, and these are the XLT. They're just a little bit different tread than the other ones, but these are 32x11.5x15s, and we're going to pair them with these wheels I've been polishing. And also along with that, I'm going to try something new. Counteract Automatic Tire Balancing. These are the beads. According to calculations, these tires call for 8 ounces. I guess we'll see how well that works. But anyway, this has a bag inside of it, and you just toss the bag in the tire when you put your wheel on, and that bag inside of this bag will fall apart, and then the beads become free and they do what they're supposed to do. I've never used these, so we'll just have to check back later and see what they do, but they work with the tire pressure system. It's supposed to increase tire life, reduce vibrations, eco-friendly. And then I saw this too when I opened the pack. Your purchase supports a small family-owned business, which I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. And these came from Tire Supply Network, so we're gonna give it a try and see how they work. All right, one important thing to note when you're mounting a tire is make sure this rim here where your bead is actually going to seat is pretty clean, because that's where it's actually going to seal, so you need to make sure that that's clean. I'm going to go over this one more time, make sure it's good to go. I'm just going to run some sandpaper over it real quick, and that will be it. Okay, I just went through with some 220 sandpaper, got that real nice and smooth. I'm just going to wipe it off, make sure it's all clean. All right guys, got the wheel ready to go. Got my tire tools, just 2 flat, I think they call them spoons. Got them, and of course everybody knows you gotta have pickle juice. Just kidding, this is actually Ru-Glyde. It's actually a tire lubricant. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just use my fingers, run a little bit around that bead, and make sure you put your tires on the right direction. If you have your wheel facing up, make sure your tires are the way that you want to see them, facing towards you, and you want to put the back bead on first. So that's what we're going to do. And it says with the balancing beads, you don't want to have a whole lot of moisture in there. I guess the beads can ball up, so you definitely don't want to overdo it on the lubricant when you're using the balancing beads. That's just something I read. I don't really know how or why or what the reason is for that, but I'm going to go ahead and lube up this tire here, and I'm going to put on the first bead. Alright, I got this first side lubed up, and you should be able to put it on there a little bit of an angle like this. I'm going to put my foot in there just because. You should be able to put the first bead on pretty easy. Okay. Normally this is the easy part, but I think because I'm trying to make a video, it's just not going good. But I'm getting there. It pisses the dog off though for some reason. She don't like me bouncing on a tire doing Karma Sutra stuff, I guess. But I'll get it. Alright guys, I got the first bead on. It was harder than it should have been. Okay, so this is the part now where you want to put in your balancing beads. Just open the bag and toss it in there, because otherwise if you forget, you might have a hard time getting it in there. All right, so I tore the big bag, and inside there, oh, I didn't realize there was other stuff in there. There's valve stems and things too. But that's the bag of beads, and they're actually smaller than I thought. They're like, I don't know, about like sand or something. But come with the valve stem tool and stuff too. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and toss this in, and the bag is supposed to disintegrate over time, or within a few miles, I should say. But anyway, when you mount these, you're basically gonna have a low side. So I'm gonna toss the bag in this side, and when I'm going around the edge of it, this will be the low side here, That way I can work the bead around that way. And this side should stay the same and these shouldn't fall out. Okay, like I said, you're gonna have a low side, which I chose this side. And you're gonna keep it down. Start working that edge around while keeping this side down a little bit, because you want your tire to stay down below this lip here, and that allows the difference between here and there to make it easier to put on the wheel. So you got to keep this side down. You got to pick up on this side while you're going around. And I like to try to take little bites at a time. I mean, it's easy to get in a hurry, but the main thing is you gotta keep this side down. And sometimes you get your tool stuck, so you gotta kind of leapfrog and stick another one in beside it. And that will usually get your other one unstuck. And one thing I've learned too, when you're doing it by hand, the more expensive your wheels are, the more likely you're going to scratch it, and that's just how it is. Luckily, I didn't hardly pay anything for these, and I'm scratching the hell out of them, unfortunately. But I can polish them back, and they'll be brand new. Yeah. Take another little bite here. It also helps a lot too if your tire is actually mounted to something, but mine unfortunately is just kind of sitting on my living room floor, but it's still going all right. There it went. That side was actually easier than the other side, which is unusual. There they are. These are 15 by 10 wide wheels, so I might have a hard time getting the bead to take, but that's it, guys. And unfortunately that took longer than it should. But I got 3 more to do, so I'll probably get better in the process. I need to go through and clean these wheels again because I got a couple little scuffs and scratches in them. But they're not perfect anyway, so I'm really not that worried about it. But I think they're gonna look pretty sweet. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll update you guys on how the balancing beads do and all that stuff later on. But that's maybe not how you're supposed to do it or how you should do it, but that's what Joey would do. So see you guys next time. Bicycle.